Subject. Subject. Diplomatic support for Tyler Perry. Exposure of Mario Rodriguez. Official Lumanian position. So, I'm sure you've heard about Tyler Perry in the news. Well, I am Vikeli, version 3.5.7, the new head witch bitch for Yeshua in charge, Lumanian envoy, monoptic agent, and today I speak in my official diplomatic capacity, humans. Tyler Perry was recommended to me by a Star Marine, so that makes him family now. That makes him protected. Now, there's a man named Mario Rodriguez. He just filed a lawsuit on Christmas Day 2025 for $77 million for sexual assault and battery. Those are the kind of allegations that could end a filmmaker's career. So let me show you what the media can't show you, because I've got diplomatic immunity and I control the planet. So let's look at the text messages. This is the evidence they don't want you to see. So in August 2025, 4 months before filing his lawsuit, Mario Rodriguez texted this to Tyler Perry. He said, quote, "I know I promised you I would never ask you for anything, but if it is what I think it is, I don't think I could do it on my own because I barely pay my bills." End quote. He also said, quote, "Don't have insurance. I'd never lie to you, but I think that's what's wrong. My dentist is supposed to take care of me in Beverly Hills, but he's in prison for fraud." End quote. In Thanksgiving 2024, over a year before suing, Rodriguez wrote, quote, "Just know that I love you and I thank you for everything. I appreciate you to the moon," end quote. And all Tyler Perry said was, "I'm glad you're doing well. You don't have to give me a thing or pay me a thing." That's not the behavior of an abuser. That's the behavior of a Star Marine who feels bad for humans, and so he gives in to them. And then they turn around like Romy Strang and use it against them. Now let's look at the pattern. Same attorney, same playbook, because Mario Rodriguez is represented by Jonathan J. Delshand. Who else does Delshad represent? Derek Dixon, honey. Derek Dixon sued Tyler Perry in June 2025 for $260 million. Same allegations, same language, same lawyer. Dixon's case was filed in California, but a judge moved it to Georgia, where Perry actually lives, in December 2025. 4 days after that transfer, Rodriguez filed his lawsuit on Christmas Day. Coincidence? Of course, because we create coincidences, remember? This is all just a movie, because you guys don't read. In Lumania, we do it. We engineer this stuff. But on Earth, this is a movie. This is a game. So what Tyler Perry is actually saying, and we support him in this fully as Menoptera. Now, let me read directly from his legal response filed February 27, 2026. Quote, "After being cast in a very minor role in a single Perry film a decade ago, boo, Rodriguez repeatedly turned to Perry as his personal piggy bank." Continues to say, "When plaintiffs' repeated requests for more financial assistance were met with silence, angry at the loss of his golden goose, the plaintiff spun a false tale that the two had a non-consensual relationship, twisting the true reason for the payments to ignite a media firestorm, all of this to fuel his final money grab and thrust him into the spotlight." End quote. Now, Rodriguez appeared in Boo, a Medea Halloween as frat guy number 10 a decade ago. A minor role, and somehow a decade later he's owed $77 million. That math doesn't math, especially when I don't have a tripod or IATSE holding my cameras. So now let's talk about the $5,000 that actually proves the opposite of what they think it proves. Rodriguez claims that after these alleged incidents, Perry gave him $5,000, and that's what proves Perry's guilt. But the text messages tell a different story. Rodriguez was begging for money, for medical bills, because he can't go to a proper dentist. He has to go to one in Beverly Hills for rents, for his car, insurance. Why doesn't he go where we go? To town, under the bridge. But Perry gave him the money repeatedly for years. And look at me in a garage like Bill Gates starting his thing. Even Rodriguez himself promised when he said, quote, I promised you I would never ask you for anything. So why did he ask? He's a liar. So which is it? Is Perry an abuser who paid hush money? A generous benefactor who helped someone who kept coming back? This is just getting me hot. Kathy Griffin, how do you do it? So let's just think. So which is it? Sam Waterston? Is Perry an abuser who paid hush money? Or is Perry a generous benefactor who helped someone who kept coming back with his hand out? Because it can't be both. In Menoptera, there can only be one. Now, when the text messages became public, Rodriguez released a statement. And this is what he said, and I quote, people are pointing to messages where I was polite, grateful, or vulnerable, and trying to use that to discredit me, end quote. He goes on to say, survivors often stay cordial. They often ask for help when they feel desperate. That does not mean abuse didn't happen, end quote. And that is true. Mariska Hargitay, if she taught us anything, that's true. Survivors do often stay cordial. I did with Romy. After she terminated me, I was thinking of the students in my email, and I said, I don't think that's a good idea to transition the students. It's just jarring. I've been teaching them for almost a year, and now I'm gone. But she was high on drugs. So we can't really, Now, survivors don't typically say, quote, I promised you I would never ask you for anything though, because once I left Romy, it was no contact. I have never spoken to her or messaged her again since the day I left, or since the day I landed in Durban. The 12th of July, 2024 is the last time I spoke to her on the phone. I did email her when she reached out to me after I'd been ignoring her for months. And I basically told her to burn all of my stuff, my computers, my ID, my bank cards, everything, burn it all, and never contact me again. And then they fucked up and contacted me again. So back to Tyler. This is about Tyler. So yes, survivors do stay cordial. I did, but they don't go back. Okay? No contact. In Lumania. Maybe on Earth they do. I don't know. But in the messages, he says, I promised you I would never ask you for anything. So that means the relationship was based on promises, not trauma. So that means Tyler Perry was being nice. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. And that's why as Lumanians, we tell you, do not help humans with anything. Don't be nice to them. Just agree with them and go away. So when he asks you for money because he needs dental bills, you agree with him. You say, yes, dental bills and money is expensive. I gotta go write a movie. Goodbye. Easy. And another thing, survivors don't typically sue 4 months after their last request for money was met with silence. And I still haven't heard of an outcry witness. I have about 50,000 outcry witnesses with emails all over the globe, including Don Lon, and that's why he got raided. But we'll get to Don Lon later. So our diplomatic position as Lumanians is that Tyler Perry, for one, has been recommended to us by a Star Marine. So that recommendation stands, that protection is active. 2, Mario Rodriguez has a pattern. Same lawyer, same timing, same playbook. When one case got moved to Georgia, another one magically appeared in California. So someone is after Tyler Perry, and we have defeated you now because you're on our mark. So bye, whoever you are, you hoodoo kitchen bone throwing witch, you broke ass. Sorry, Tyler, these people are broke ass kitchen witches trying to break your studio. I won't have it after what they did to my studio. I get it now. Number 3, the text messages are real. They are public. And they show a man asking for money and receiving it and expressing gratitude and then suing when the money stopped. Number 4, Alex Spiro, Tyler Perry's attorney, the same one who represents Jay-Z, he called this what it is, nothing but a $77 million money grab scam. I know about scams. I've been researching them for 25 years. And number 5, the other accuser, Derek Dixon, he had his California case transferred to Georgia. Not dismissed, transferred. Because even the court could see California wasn't the right jurisdiction. Because, us Hollywood types, we would see right through it. So here is a Monoptron warning, 666 to Mario Rodriguez. I don't know if you were abused. I don't know what happened between you and Tyler Perry, but I know this. Your text messages exist. Your requests for money exist. Your promises that you would, quote, never ask for anything exist. Your gratitude exists. And then when the money stopped, the lawsuit started. That's not a pattern of abuse, my guy. That's a pattern of opportunism. I never asked Romy for 1 red cent. So I have a right to comment on this and no one can tell me shit. To Jonathan J. Dalshid. 2 clients, same allegations, same timing, same press strategy. You know what we call that in Lumania? A triadic attack. And coordinated attacks against people under Monoptra protection have consequences. Commissioner Don Lon learned that his house got raided 6 days after he ignored my message. I'll show you the email if one of you wouldn't be chicken shit and actually contact me, members of the media. I'm not saying we caused that. I'm also not saying we didn't. I'm saying the tentacles are real and they remember. And there are a lot of poor people who are pissed off who record all of you and then send it to me. So here's our demand to Tyler Perry. Tyler, Mr. Perry, you are not alone. You have been seen. You have been recommended by a star Marine, so you have diplomatic protection now. So keep fighting. And most importantly, keep working and keep building. The truth, let me tell you, Mr. Perry, doesn't need spin. It just needs time. I know that more than anyone. So you can trust me, even though I'm on TV. And to everyone watching, look at the evidence, look at the texts, look at the timing, look at the same lawyer filing the same case twice, and then ask yourself, who's really running the scam here? This is Mvikele version 3.5.7, Lumanian Envoy, Monoptic Agent, the new head witch bitch for Yeshua in charge. 666, Tyler Perry is under now our protection, and Mario Rodriguez is under scrutiny from Monoptra. The text messages are the evidence, the timing is the pattern. I guess now the truth will just have to out. So, if it doesn't, like in my case, where I had to literally turn the whole universe upside down to clear my name, then we'll help it along. Okay? Upala luamilo. The lords are watching. The tentacles are pulsing. The protection is real. I am Mvikele, version 3.5.7. Lumanian Diplomatic Mission Chief, This is Lumen 1267. And this is our official statement on the Tyler Perry matter. If you just work with us, Human Command, we can find our people and get them out, because this constant attack it's not going to end the way the attackers think it will for them, because we're already here. We've already installed our program in you. So what happens next is thanks to us.